Brock, how difficult is it to treat this like just any normal week?
I mean, there's pros and cons to it, I feel like for the most part we've done a good job of just keeping it simple. It's another week in terms of preparation and the game planning and going to practice and everything. I just feel like it's the moments of, in between practice or, before you go to bed, thinking about, man, what an opportunity that we have. And, you can say it is just another game, but, man, there's a lot on the line. All of our goals and dreams of everything, are in front of us. So you want to do everything you can to accomplish that. So it is a little different.
You've said it before, but like kind of the thought that, in your position, you don't have to do everything by yourself. Is that kind of comforting to know that when you go into this game, you look to either side of you and there are people there who are very important to the end result?
Yeah, that's been the blessing of playing, on this team with, the amount of experience and veterans that we have. Knowing that, man, I just got to go out, do my job, get the ball to, Christian, George, Trustin, McGlinchey, and Trent to block, and all the boys up front. Hand the ball off, let our run game do its thing. So it's not like, man, I got to do every little thing perfect. I can go and play my game, do with what I'm asked of, and get everyone the ball and let them make plays and let our defense do their thing. So have a great team around me, and I know that. And like I said, it's a blessing.
Do you feed off the challenge of going together as a team and going on the road to someone else's stadium and trying to come out with a win? I mean, did you enjoy it in college? Is it something that you enjoy doing?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why we all play the sport. You love to go in those environments where you got really everyone, as many people as possible watching the game, cheering, and for us in this case, going on the road and being successful. And that's why you play the sport. We love the adrenaline and the excitement that comes from it. So to go on the road and do your thing as a team, it feels really good when you're on point and you're doing your thing, and being successful doing it. So it's something that we all love, and yeah, for sure we feed off that.
I was saying he was showing clips of 2002 Buccaneers going back to Philly in the last game of Veterans Stadium and winning in Philadelphia. I think that would put you at around 2 years old when that game was played.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy that kind of stuff, that historical stuff? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the best things I think Coach does is go back in time and look at games and moments in time where something was on the line and you can learn from it. You could always learn from history because history tends to repeat itself, whether that's in sports or in life in general. So it's cool to go back and try to feel where the teams were, how the environment was, and learn from the good and the bad of everything. So it's cool how Coach does that, and I feel like he gets a good response out of the team when he shows those kinds of things. So.
Brock, do you ever get nervous before games, or are you pretty even-keeled on game days?
Nah, I'd be lying if I said I'd never been nervous before games. That's just like part of the feeling of playing football, man. Like we're about to go and play this sport, and it's a violent sport, and you got to be a warrior in what you do. So there's definitely that pregame feeling, but as the game goes, man, it's fun. You enjoy it. So yeah.
What do you recall video-wise? What Shanahan showed you from the first two games? What did he do for the Seahawks and the Cowboys?
Yeah, the Cowboys just went back and showed us the history of the 49ers and Cowboys and all the games from Joe Montana's time in the 80s, all the way up to Steve Young in the 90s. So he just showed us the history of that. And then the Seahawks, obviously we've seen, the last game of the regular season, I think that was in 19, to clinch the division. So he's just done a good job of showing, those kinds of things within the organizations, whether, they were here or not. We're part of the history of, playing for the 49ers, So it's cool just to look back on time, see what happened, and how it resonates with us now. So.
What's been your biggest challenge and your most unexpected event that's been taking place as you've been going along?
Taking place this year? Man, I think probably just handling, being the quarterback of an organization. It's it's a challenge. It's a new challenge every day. You know, experience something new, especially, you know, this is my first time going through it. So, you know, getting the respect of the older guys in the locker room, having them trust and believe in me that, you know, we can go out and be successful. And I think those were all, you know, challenges as I first took over. But now it's like, man, how do I handle myself and how do I prepare right for the playoffs and all that kind of thing. So I feel like there's always a new challenge. There's not one that sticks out, but, you know, I'm still experiencing stuff as we go. But, you know, I'm trying to do my best to, you know, stay level-headed and trust that I got guys around me to help. It's not just all on me. So.
Greatest unexpected lesson so far?
Greatest unexpected lesson would, man, I would just say not getting too high, not getting too low. There's definitely been times in the game where, you know, things are going well and you think, man, this isn't as bad, but then you get humbled real quick. So I think there's, you know, some good lessons that I've learned so far where you feel like things are going well and, man, you just got to stay even-keeled. You got to go play another drive and another possession and another quarter. So it's the NFL. Everyone is good. It doesn't matter how good you feel going into a game. You can get humbled real quick. So Kyle told me about that, you know, recently, and I feel like it's definitely stood out to me. So
In your hometown, the area of your hometown, pretty much everybody, I'm sure, Brock is one game away from coming to Arizona in the Super Bowl. Does that tunnel vision stuff for you? Do you just shut that stuff out?
Yeah, that's all. It's all cool and stuff for them to, you know, appreciate, you know, where I've come from and, you know, and where, you know, being from Queen Creek, Arizona with honor and Gilbert, Arizona, which is awesome. And I appreciate everyone. But for me and my family, it's like, man, we got another game in front of us to handle, and all the other stuff will fall into place how it needs to. So that's how I'm looking at it.
What are the conversations? What are the conversations like with your parents before big games like this? What does your dad tell you or your mom?
Yeah, I mean, we're a faith-based family, so everything we do is, you know, is prayer and just praying to God. You know, win or lose, you know, understanding who we are as a family, what we believe in, and we just remind ourselves of that first. We don't get wrapped up in what people think of us or you know, the bad that could happen. It's man, what's in front of us? How can we, you know, just be who we are and be authentic as a family? And it just helps me, you know, be level-headed and even-keeled with everything that's about to come. And so helps me just play my game and knowing that I'm loved either way, you know, after a game, no matter how I perform. So,
Thank you guys.
thanks, guys.